What's happening? Hey, there's only one person in here, but Marcus, thanks for joining. Can you do me a favor? Is the audio any good? I've been having issues with the microphone lately. Can you tell me if the audio is good? No? Maybe not. Okay. It's good? Okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. I've been having issues with the microphone. Seems like it doesn't want to charge. So I don't know what's going on with it, but hopefully I brought both microphones today just in case. But we're doing a pond challenge. Hey, bass angler. We were supposed to be out on the boat today, and once we've only been live for 2 minutes. So once we get some more people in here, I'll explain to everybody how one single tourist idiot jackwagon shut down the entire boat ramp for the day. It's been a very, very frustrating morning. Weather temperatures were perfect today for the big lake. The wind was perfect, and one stupid tourist jackwagon decided to screw it all up for everybody. So we'll see what I can do here at the pond. Anyway, guys, welcome in. We're just getting started. I'm throwing a little brush hog right now, just kind of casting around, seeing if I can get the bass checked off of the list. Today's challenge, we're going to go for bass, catfish, tilapia, and a bluegill. We're going to see if we can catch all 4 out of the pond today. Hey, Real History, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. You guys hit that like and that subscribe button. We got a lot of really cool stuff coming up. Deer season and desert season are about to start. We got about a month. Oh, I just got tagged right there. We got about a month before deer season. I'm going to be trying to do some live deer hunting, as well as some longer form videos where I can't get cell service. Sorry, guys. It looks like I'm out here dancing, but there's red ants everywhere over here. I'm just trying to kick them off my feet. Anyway, we got a bunch of cool stuff coming up for the fall. So hopefully you guys will follow along. Should be some really cool stuff happening. Probably a bunch of comical stuff happening with epic deer woods failures. We're going to be doing a lot more fishing. Should be a great fall season. So we're on that mission and that goal to hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. I was hoping to do it before the first of the month, but ended up not happening. So we'll keep that goal in place and just extend the timeline out a little bit. Oak Ridge Taxidermist, how you doing, brother? Thank you for jumping in. We're good thing I stopped that cast. It would have landed right in that bush. So we're on a challenge today, guys. There's 4 species of fish in this pond, and our goal today is to catch one of each. We have bass, we have catfish. If you guys watched my live yesterday, you saw me catch what I consider a pond monster for a catfish out of here. This is about a 5 to 6 acre pond, and I caught a rather large cat for such a small pond. What state? We're in California. We're in Southern California, about 300 yards as the crow flies from the Mexican border. So today's challenge, like I said, guys, bass, catfish, tilapia, and bluegill. We're going to see if we can get one of each, or 2 of each, or 10 of each. We're going to see if we can get at least one of each, though. Right now, I'm throwing a little brush hog fly lined weightless, just to see if we can get a little bass. There is some really good bass in this pond. So, Sweden, hey, thank you. Greetings from Southern California. So anyway, guys, as a lot of you know, I was supposed to be on the big lake today in the boat fishing. A lot of you know I've been chasing that lake record bass in the big lake. And I got there this morning, got all checked in, went down to the boat ramp to launch the boat, and some jackwagon tourist had decided that he wanted to take his boat off the trailer so that he could go get new tires for the trailer. So what he did was he launched his boat and tied up to the courtesy dock there at the lake and left. Problem is, the boat ramp there is a one-lane ramp. You can only fit one boat, one trailer on that ramp. There's very limited parking there for the boat launch. The way the dock sits, that you dock up to while you're moving your truck and your trailer out of the way, or coming in for the day and going to get your truck and trailer, you can only fit one boat on that ramp or on that dock. Well, on that dock, they have regular cleats that you would find on a boat dock to tie off to. They also have a couple of just regular like eye bolts that you can bolt, like you can run your rope through or whatever. Well, this jackwagon not only blocked the ramp and the dock with his boat, but he decided the best way to keep his boat there was to put a cable through the eyelet and lock his boat with a master lock to the dock. So now he's camping there. There is a campground there. I went with the rangers through the campground trying to find out whose boat it was. Because not only are they blocking the boat ramp, but now the lake is going to lose quite a bit of revenue today because nobody can launch their boat. They charge an $11 lake fishing fee, a $5 parking fee, and an $11 boat launch fee. Well, we figured out where this guy's camp was. His wife was there in camp. We went and talked to his wife. And see, I know the rangers there at the lake. I'm on a first name basis with most of the employees there on the lake. So when we went looking for the guy, we found his camp. He is from, believe it or not, Wisconsin. His wife had told us that, yes, he wanted to go get new tires on the trailer. So he looked it up to find the cheapest price, and he found a place in Gila Bend, Arizona, which, for all of you that don't know the area, Gila Bend is west of Yuma. Yuma is the border town in Arizona that borders California. The drive from the lake to Yuma is about an hour and 20 minutes. The drive to Gila Bend out of Yuma is another hour. So this guy has a minimum of, we're going to call it 2.5 hours drive time each way, plus the amount of time it's going to take him to sit and wait for the trailer tires to be replaced. Now, because he decided to leave his boat in the lake, the boat ramp is now shut down for the day. So anybody that wants to go lake fish there today on their boat is completely SOL. Now, they do have rental boats at the lake. They're just little, 14-foot aluminum John boats with a little 8-horsepower hand tiller motor on the back. I am not interested in sitting in that uncomfortable, measly little piece of hunk of junk boat all day while I'm trying to fish for the lake record bass. I want my boat. I want my comfortable seat. I want to be able to carry all the things on my boat that are on my boat. I want to be able to use my electronics to find depths and temperatures and, you know, those things that are instrumental in helping you find the bigger fish in the lakes. Well, the lake offered me a rental boat at no charge. They know me very well there. Like I said, we're on a first name basis. But I'm not going to try to fish for a lake record on a little rental boat. Can it be done? Absolutely. Without a doubt. No question. You can do it. Is it worth it to be on a little boat like that all day that has no padding for your seat? Super uncomfortable, super slow. They have a anchor that's made from a milk jug full of concrete, about 15 feet of anchor rope. So it's really not worth it for what I'm trying to do there. So what a mess of a day. So anyway, that's why I'm here fishing the pond rather than out on a lunker hunt trying to get the lake record today. So what a mess. What an absolute mess. But the thing that gets me the most is that this guy went deep into Arizona from California to have his tires replaced when he could have went to a place here and been just fine. So anyway, guys, how are you guys doing? Miss Ray is watching from the Philippines. Kenwood's here. What's up, Kenwood? Good to see you. Oak Ridge Taxidermist is here. Thanks for jumping in, guys. Appreciate it. Like I said, we're trying to get all 4 species of fish out of this lake today. We're also on the mission to get up to the 1,000 subscriber mark. So hopefully you guys will be willing to help out with that. Like I said, we got a lot more stuff coming up here for the fall. My channel is not just fishing. My channel is based on all kinds of outdoor activities, from fishing to hunting and dirt bikes, off-roading, shooting, and just general stupidity. Hey, BMC's in the house. What's happening, guy? How you doing? All right, so the brush hog is not catching. We're going to switch it up. I'm over here standing in a freaking pile of ants. Let's see. I brought very little things with me today for this pond. I don't usually fish a lot of stuff over here just because I know what they like to bite on over here. But what we're going to do, we're going to switch things up a little bit real quick and see if we can check that tilapia off of the list. So, oh gosh, there's just so many ants right here. It's incredible. Let me switch everything over real quick. I'm going to get rid of my Texas rig hook. This is what I carry for my hooks and my weights over here. Very little bit of stuff. So let me. God, I'm doing the ant dance over here, trying to kick them off my feet. Hey, Munchie, welcome in. Lone Wolf, I hope the Loch Ness Monster is in this water. That was funny. I just went to set my pliers down, and the spring sprung and then went flying off. These ants over here driving me freaking insane. Okay, so find me a nice little tiny small hook here, and then I'm going to tie that on. And I got a couple little small plastics. I'm going to try to see if I can knock that tilapia off the list real quick. I'm pretty sure I can. If I don't get them right here, there's a bunch hanging out on the other side as well. So I can go over there and grab some. But today's goal is to catch all 4 species of fish in this lake. Hopefully you guys will hang out and enjoy the challenge. Hopefully I can actually catch all four and not make myself look like a total idiot. So like I said, guys, I've been having some issues lately with the microphone and the audio. So now they don't bite worms over here, man. For some reason, fish over here do not, for any reason, I have never caught a fish on a worm over here. So anyway, guys, like I was saying, I've been having some issues with the microphones lately. I have some new ones on order. They should be here Monday, I believe the shipping confirmation said. So if the audio cuts out or anything weird like that, please let me know. No, Lone Wolf, I am strictly 100% catch and release. The only fish I will actually keep if I catch them is if I'm out on a charter where they gaff your fish and kill it right off the bat anyway. Other than that, I am completely catch and release. So I'm going to see if I can get a little tilapia. Actually, I'm going to hook this a little different. I'm going to try something different here. I got these little mosquito hooks. I'm going to see if I can hook them a little different here, but this will be my little bait for the tilapia. So I've seen a couple swimming around right over here. Let me come over and see if I can get one of these to either think it's a good little chunk of food or get mad at it and bite it. The bluegill are all over it already. So the bluegill might be the first species checked off the list today. I know the tilapia are over here. We'll see if they actually come out and play. I've only actually caught one tilapia here. And I caught him just to see if I could actually, almost out of bluegill. You guys see that? He just came up and ripped on this. So I do know these little baits will work on the bluegill. We'll see if they'll work on the tilapia. Hopefully I can get a tilapia out of here. There's 54 of you watching. Hopefully we can get a fish of each species. We'll see. We will see. Bluegill are all over it. I may have to rehook this a little bit. I'm using a tiny little mosquito hook, so I'm not sure the fish can actually grab the hook, but we'll see. We'll see. The bait might be a little too big. If nothing else, I can always, actually, I'm going to split this bait in half and make it a little smaller. I have a million of these little baits, so tearing it in half does not bother me one bit, and it might actually help. So we'll see. Guys, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. Like I keep saying, we have some really cool stuff coming up on the channel here. Desert season and deer season are approaching quickly. We'll be doing some live stuff out in the deer woods. We'll be doing quite a bit of stuff on the dirt bike. It's getting cool enough down at the shooting range that we'll be doing some more shooting. We went out Sunday and did some shooting, and it was just outrageously hot. We had to, call it quits a lot sooner than we wanted to, but we got some cool stuff coming. Got some really cool stuff coming. So like I said, my channel is not just fishing. It's completely outdoors based. We'll be doing all kinds of cool stuff once the weather calms down a little bit. And we're hoping to hit Ashish Paul, welcome in. We're hoping to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark here. I had the goal to hit it at the beginning of this month. I wanted it by the first of the month, and it just didn't happen. Oh, I think we got a fish, guys. Oh, he just came off. I had him hooked up for a quick second and he came off, but I'm going to throw it right back out there. Looks like looks like he had it, but the hook slid through the bait. So I'm going to kind of expose this hook a little more for these little guys and see what we can get. If I can get them to bite again, we'll be good. It might have been a tilapia right over there. So I'm just throwing this bait with no weight, just a small little teeny tiny hook with no weight whatsoever. So, and the bluegill seem to be chasing it, but I want a bluegill and a tilapia. That way I can kind of start going for the bass and the cat that live in here. And I'm over here freaking doing the ant dance because there's ants just everywhere on this side of this pond. They keep crawling up. So far they haven't been biting, but you know, it's not fun having them crawl up your legs. Oh, come on, little fishes. All right. I know I've seen some good tilapia swimming around right here. So I'm hoping that I can grab one. I'm really hoping I can grab a tilapia from right here. If not, I'm going to move down a little bit and get one from over there. Bluegill are all over this thing. I just think it might be a little big for them. To be honest, the bluegill in this pond are pretty small. There's just so many of them. I don't think they have. Oh, I pulled it from them. I don't think the bluegill in this pond actually have the opportunity to get very big just because of the population of them. All right, let me get this hook in there a little better. See if I can snag one of these guys out of here. If I can at least check one fish off, then I can go on to the others, you know. So it's out there getting ripped. It's just might be a little too big for these bluegill to get in their mouth. Lee, welcome in. Elsa, good to see you. Welcome in. Lee, I'm using little tiny plastics. Little tiny plastics for bait here. Right now, I'm trying to catch the tilapia and the bluegill to check them off the list. And then I'll switch over to the bass and the catfish. So that's the only 4 species in here. Largemouth bass, channel cat, bluegill, and tilapia. So I'm hoping that today I can get what I call the pond slam and get one of each. Or more. I'd like to get more than one. So this little plastic that I'm throwing kind of represents like a real small frog. And oh, it might just be too big for some of these bluegill over here. But that's fine. If it's too big for the bluegill, hopefully it'll be good enough for the tilapia. I may change it up a little bit here in just a second. There we go. Okay. Bluegill. Bluegill is checked off the list. David Rowe, what's happening? I'm going for the lake record bass at my home lake. It was a circus today. Somebody had blocked off the boat ramp. So guys, we got one small little bluegill. Can somebody type that into the chat? One bluegill. I'd like to keep the fish count going. So you know, people that come into the chat, I'd like to pin it so that people that come in can see what we've caught so far. So we got the bluegill checked off the list. What we're going to do, I'm going to pack it up here, move down a little bit to where I know there's more tilapia that hang out. So David, I'm going for that record bass. No questions, no doubt about it. I kind of told the story a little bit ago of what happened this morning. Hey, Dave, thank you. Appreciate that. I got to the boat ramp this morning at the big lake. Talked to the rangers for a minute. I know all the staff at the big lake pretty well, just because I fish there a lot, and they know I'm going for that lake monster. Sorry guys, I'm walking through to the other side. It's going to be a little shaky here for a minute, but so anyway, got there, talked to the rangers for a bit, paid all my fees, went to go launch the boat, and the boat ramp there and the boat dock that you dock up to while you're moving your trailer out of the way. Some jackwagon decided that he was going to drop his trailer or his boat in the lake and go take the trailer to have some tire repairs done. So being that it's a one lane, one boat ramp, he's blocked the entire ramp. I went with the park ranger today trying to find where this guy's campsite was to, ask him to move his boat off of the only spot there is in that lake to launch a boat, because he was blocking the entire the boat launch. The entire boat launch is blocked. You cannot launch a boat with this guy's boat sitting there. So we found his camp, and come to find out, oh, there we go. We're already on that, you guys. Look at that. That's the babiest basses I've ever seen. So we caught a bass. Whoop. I've used shiners for bait bigger than that. Anyway, guys, what I was saying was we found the dude's camp and talked to his wife, who had told us that he had gone into Arizona to have new tires put on the boat, or on the boat trailer. Now, here's the sad part. It's going to be a 3-hour round trip drive for him to go where he needs to go. And that doesn't include the wait time that he's going to have to wait at the tire place. So rather than just tying his boat to the ramp, with a regular, strap, this jerk wagon padlocked his boat to the dock with a cable and a master lock. So for the rest of the day, until he gets back and moves his boat, the boat ramp is shut down. You cannot get a trailer in to launch a boat past where his boat is sitting. It's a 1-lane ramp, and his boat is blocking the entire ramp. So until he gets back and unlocks it and moves his boat, the entire boat ramp is on lockdown. So I was talking to the ranger there this morning after we found all that, and the ranger has said that they checked in the campsite and all that and figured out where the guy was and how long he's there. The ranger, after I had left, the ranger was saying that he was going to be going back over to that campsite to speak to the gentleman's wife and inform them that they're even though they are booked at the campsite until Saturday of this week, that unfortunately, due to what this guy has done and cost them revenue, that they are going to be asked to leave tonight. So really, we're fishing for the Lake Slam here, which there's only four fish species in this lake. We have tilapia, we have bluegill, bass, and catfish. So far, I've got one bluegill. I'm going for the tilapia over here. I got one little tiny bass. I'm not going to count that one. He was too small. So we have the bass, we have the tilapia, and we have the catfish still to check off of the list. So I've been using this little tiny green frog imitating lure here, plastic. I'm going to switch it up in just a minute and throw on something different. These bluegill are all over it. I'm trying to keep it away from them because I've already got one. Hopefully I can find the tilapia and grab one of them. That little baby bass, man, as soon as this thing hit the water, that little baby bass just crushed it. Usually there's a bunch of tilapia over here. I don't see any swimming around. This pond is super clear, so you can actually almost sight fish for everything here. Let me, how many people would I say go to this pond on Saturdays? The entire community. You'll come over here on a Saturday, there'll be 70, 80 people over here. All right. These bluegill are following it like mad. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I have some, let's see. Hey, Whisker Biscuit, welcome in. What do you mean it won't last long? What won't last long? All right. I brought a very limited choice of plastics with me today. I'm going to try something a little different here. I got these smaller little bugs. I'm going to see if I can. These might be a little too big for the bluegill here, but they might be small enough, or they're going to be too big for the bluegill, but they might be just right for the bass or the tilapia that are in here. Problem is, I don't have the proper hooks for these. So we're going to see what we can do. No, people don't fish this pond. Not 80 people fishing this pond. There'll be 80 people hanging out. Not a lot of people fish this pond. And the ones that catch and release. Nobody takes fish out of the pond here. It's all catch and release. Okay, I don't think this plastic that I threw on is going to work. I see a bunch of little fish right here. Let me see if they're railing on it. It might just be too big for them to actually get in their mouth. They want it. It's just too big for them. These bluegill will hit damn near anything that hits the water. I've already caught one of them. I'm off to the tilapia now. We'll see what happens here with it. There's I don't see any of the I don't see any of the tilapia swimming around. You normally see them swimming around. But I'm hoping that all this bluegill activity draws in a bass. Because what I've noticed here with this pond is that, hey, Dirty 30, what I've noticed here is that when the bluegill start flipping out and causing a scene and making a bunch of commotion in and out of the water, as they do, because they jump out of here, and you throw bread balls in here and the bluegill just absolutely annihilate it. But what happens here is when that happens, when the bluegill just start going crazy on the bread balls, the bass come in to investigate. So we'll see if I can get a tilapia over here. Like I said, I don't see any of them sitting here, but that doesn't mean much. They could be just sitting right up that weed line outside here and be hiding, waiting. I'm thinking that this plastic that I just threw on is way too big for the bluegill in here. And it floats. So they're going to have to hit it top water. But, oh, I think I see, let me walk over here real quick. I think I see a tilapia. Let's see. Oh, the bluegill here, just mind-boggling. There's so many of them. I mean, all I got to do is have my bait hit the water and they blow up on it. But this bait that I'm throwing right now is so big, they can't actually get it in their mouth. I'll be happy with just one tilapia. And then I can switch over to the bass and the bluegill. So right now, the tilapia don't seem to be showing their face here. I'm going to switch this bait up again one more time to something a little smaller and see. Yeah, if you're not a local, man, don't try to come up here if you're not a local. You will. We are a very small town. Everybody here knows everybody, and if you're not local, um, you may end up having some issues. Hey, Fat Cat, Jighead, welcome, guys. Fisher with Flames, welcome in. Cindy, welcome in, Cindy. Cindy, your stickers are on the way to you. They talked to the post office here, and they were picked up by the man that takes everything to the main hub yesterday, and they're on the way to you. All right, guys, let's throw on a different little small plastic here and see if we can get that little tilapia out of this lake. I'm going to throw on, let's see, what do I want to throw on? I got some little trout magnets. They're pretty small. I'll throw one of those on and see what will happen. I may or may not. I may have to move again to get into the tilapia. I just hooked myself. Oh, give me a break. Look at this. I just hooked my back of my shirt because I have no weight on here, so the line blew in the breeze and hooked my shirt. They hooked it freaking good too. How'd I do that? Fishing fail 101. There it is. All right. That's a very friendly community. We just are tired of people not from the community coming up here and screwing up things. There's a bunch of water toys here that were meant for community use, and a bunch of tourists came up and screwed up a bunch of them. So, hey, Jackson, what's happening? So it's, the community's put a lot of effort into restoring this pond, and to have people come up and disrespect it is kind of pisses everybody off. It'd be like us coming into your swimming pool and popping all your pool toys and then expecting you to welcome us back. Oh, there we go. Bluegill. Dang it. Another little bluegill, not a crappie, but it's a little bluegill. So, all right, 2 bluegill. Can somebody type 2 bluegill into the chat so I can pin that? Whoop, sorry, little dude. Trying not to put a lot of pressure on you, and you flipped right out of my hand there. Yeah, one group of people will ruin it for everybody. Perfect example. Thank you, Cindy. Appreciate that. Perfect example is the beaches here in San Diego. The beaches and the bays. You are not allowed to have a beer at the beach in San Diego County. Why? Because a group of college kids from out of state started a big ass riot over spring break one year. Well, who suffers the consequences of that? The locals who were there, 3-4 days a week, not the college kids that are there for, a couple days out of the year. So because of what college kids, oh man, okay, good. Because of a bunch of stupid college kids, the San Diego County beaches and bays are now an alcohol-free zone, which really screws it up for the people that live here. We can't go to the beach and have a bonfire and a barbecue and have a couple of beers with your friends because of some, stupid tourist college kids. So you guys go somewhere, whether it's a local community park or on vacation out of town, respect the place, man. Respect it. Don't screw things up. You don't live there, don't screw it up for the people that do. All right, let me come over here. Hey, Small Waters, how you doing? Got a 7.12, nice. Oh, there's another bluegill. I didn't want a bluegill. All right. See how small these bluegill are in this pond? They're not huge, but they're abundant. I got him. Okay. Another small little bluegill. Whoop. Back he goes. Somebody want to update that? 3 bluegill. And I'll pin that one. I don't see the tilapia. They're usually mixed in with the bluegill, but I don't see any of them today. Throwing this little tiny itty bitty plastic with no weight is super hard. It's hard to get it to go anywhere. No, don't bite that. How often do you hear yourself telling a fish not to bite your bait? I guess when you're fishing for other things and the bluegill are just a nuisance, you got to expect them to bite. Oh, I pulled it away from him. Good. I don't know where the tilapia went. They're usually right over here mixed in with the bluegill. Somebody please type 3 bluegill so I can pin that. Anyone? Did somebody already pin it? My chat froze. Let's see. No? I'm really, really, really wanting that tilapia so that I can switch over to the bass and the cat. The bass fishing in this pond, believe it or not, is not that easy because so many people do fish for bass in here. The bass have started keying in on baits. They're learning what's what. All right, I'm going to kind of move down a little bit, see if I can get out of these. Gary, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm going to move down a little bit, see if I can get out of these bluegill. into the tilapia. I know the tilapia were bedding over here when they were spawning, but spawn is done and they've moved on. All right. Let me see what I can do over here. This little trap magnet's attracted the bluegill like crazy, but not the tilapia. No, don't. Okay, thank you. Gosh, it's bad when I'm telling the fish not to eat my bait. That was. All right, guys, are we still here? All right, guys, are we still here? Are we still here? 29er was still here. Can you guys still hear me? Hello. Somebody let me know if you guys can still hear me in the chat. My phone fell in the freaking water. Can you guys hear me? Anyone? Anyone? You're good? Okay, sweet. So the wind blew and actually blew one of the legs off of my tripod. So let me switch this back around and I got to fix the tripod. That kind of, bear with me just a second, guys. I'm trying to get everything fixed up. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta see if I can get this fixed up real quick. I'm gonna have to set you guys down for a quick second. All right. So the wind blew and somehow, some way caught the tripod just right and it blew it over and my phone went right into the lake. Now, when I bought this phone, they told me it was water resistant and waterproof. So I think we just proved that it is. So I'm not getting any tilapia right here. I'm not even seeing them come around. So let me flip this back around, get everything back, set back up. Bear with me a second, guys. That was an epic fail right there. Josie, how's it going? Good to see you. So somehow, some way, the camera, the entire tripod just fell over, and my phone did a face plant right into the water. When I bought it, they told me that this phone was waterproof. So hopefully it didn't screw anything up in the internals, but it seems like everything's working good now. So that was, I don't think I've ever moved that fast in my life. So let's see, I'm trying to get that tilapia. I just don't see them over here. I might have to move back to where I was a little while ago. See if I can sneak up on the tilapia and get them to bite. So far, I've got 3 bluegill. Hey, Rod, how you doing? I cannot believe that my freaking camera fell in the water. Actually, my phone. It's my phone that I'm using. All right, so I think what I'm going to do, I don't know if I want to throw for a bass over here. I'm set up right now for the panfish. If I want to go for a bass over here, I got to re-rig everything, which only takes just a quick second. What to do. What do you guys think? Should I try for a bass over here? Or should I move on and try to catch the tilapia on the other side? Gosh dang it. Is that what happened yesterday? What do you mean, Rod? Did what happen yesterday? All right. Oh, no. That just happened about 5 minutes ago. No, yesterday. Okay, no, yesterday my battery died. Yeah, when yesterday's stream just kind of went ballistic and died, my battery had actually died at that point. Um, I had thought I had 15% battery life, and I was getting ready to end the stream anyway because I had to go charge my phone. But I decided to throw a little bit for bass, and while I was doing that, my battery ended up dying. But just a few minutes ago, my phone was in the tripod here, and we got a gust of wind that came up and knocked the tripod over, and the phone went tumbling into the water. So thank God for waterproof phones, right? All right, I'm gonna retie. I'm gonna tie on a wacky rig hook and see if I can get a Senko out there for a bass. So I can knock a bass off this list over here. Then we'll move back over to the other corner and go for that tilapia. Then once the tilapia is on the hook, then I'll move on to the catfish, because the catfish here, I know I can get those, like I can pretty much call them to the hook. So I'm going to try something different here. I have a wacky rig hook set up, which I also use for my drop shot. But I'm going to try to kind of, oh, good grief with this being so light. I'm going to try to see if I can do something a little different here. And basically, kind of, sort of hook this drop shot worm a little different and see if I can get something to bite it. I'm thinking, I'm a big believer that when you do things different than everybody else, and the fish haven't seen something like that before, they get a little more curious. All right. So we're going to hook this little drop shot worm up, kind of like so, and see if we can maybe get something to go after that. The bluegill are already showing huge interest in it, and it does have a cool little action that I'm seeing it swim like that. So let's see what we can do over here. Without weight, I don't think I'll be able to hit the tule line over there, but I'm okay with that. I haven't caught a bass in the tules here yet, so. And then I do have a chance of catching tilapia on this as well. I just don't know about the bass over here. The bass bite over here has been really slow. So chat froze on me again, guys. Sorry. Let me catch back up. Rod, thank you for holding it down and letting people know what's going on. Oops. Oh, come on. Okay. Yeah, yesterday Munchie, I only brought a very, very select few of things with me. This pond is not like your standard, average, normal lake or pond. The things that work here aren't the same things that work at other spots. You would think that spot right there with the tree would be just loaded full of bass. Would be a perfect bass habitat. It's not here. That water right there by those trees is about 6 inches deep. But we're gonna see what happens. we may or may not get a bass over here. Um, if so, if we do, then we'll check it off the list. If not, I'm going to move on and go fish a couple different spots. The problem with this pond is that the problem with this pond is that there's so many flipping bluegill in here that the bass don't really want anything else. They're so keyed in on those bluegill that they really don't chase much else. Once in a while, you'll get one that'll bite a bread ball, but catching them on plastics and lures and stuff is extremely difficult. The fact that there's so many bluegill that these bass can just pick and choose when they want to eat them, it's incredible. The catfish in here, they're pretty much only eating bluegill and red balls. There's just such an abundance of bluegill in here that the bigger predatory fish know that that's all they got to do is wait. All they got to do is wait for them to school up, and I've never heard of that bass trick. Oh, there we go. Oh, something just hit it. So, unfortunately today, the whole debacle at the boat ramp kept me from fishing the big lake. So, we'll have to shoot for another day on that. Rod, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about that. Some jackwagon decided to launch his boat at the big lake and use a cable and a padlock to lock his boat to the dock while he goes and gets new tires put on his trailer. He's from out of state on vacation here, and he went into Arizona because he remembered seeing a place off the side of the freeway there on the way in. So he went back to where he saw that place and was having tires put on his boat trailer. Problem is, it's a one-lane boat ramp. You can fit one boat on the courtesy dock there that you tie your boat to when you're putting your trailer away and, you know, loading your boat back up, you know, when you're coming and going. He had padlocked his boat to that freaking ramp, or that dock. So there is no launching a boat until he moves his boat. I'm getting hits over here on this little drop shot worm. I'm throwing, what am I throwing? I didn't even bring the package of them. It's the, I know it's the hologram. I think it's the Morning Dawn holographic. I'll show you guys right here which one. I really like this color, but it's the holographic. I think that's the holographic Morning Dawn. This thing is just super cool looking. Like, I got a few hits over there. I think it's probably the bluegill chasing it, but it felt whatever was chasing it was small. But I'll throw it back over there and see if I can get hit again. I know it's not going to be a big bass because of the water depth over there. The water depth of those trees over there is only about 6 inches, 6 to 10 inches. And I got that. It just sailed in the wind and caught into the tree. Hopefully I can catch a nice big bass out of here for you guys. Because there is big bass in this pond. We'll be in a pond. Oh, that landed right at the base of that tree. Hit the tree and fell right straight down. But being a real small pond, there is some good sized bass in here. There's some real good sized bass in here. As you guys probably have seen from my other line. I've got some pop that one right at the edge of that two leaves. Let's see what happens there. There's a couple beds over there from the tilapia. They just finished their spawn in this lake not too long ago. I've got hit a few times with this, so the fact that they're hitting tells me that they're out there. My chat freeze again. Good grief. Water snakes? Not here. We don't have those. Sorry guys, my hey, welcome Ski Mask. My Keith Cubby, welcome in. Okay World, welcome in. Malaysia, nice. So I don't know what it is lately. The chat keeps like freezing up. It quits scrolling. Guys, I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to, it's starting to get pretty warm over here. I'm going to drop the camera down, come over here and sit in the shade for a minute and have a drink while I fish. That'll kind of help me hang out, be able to hang out with chat a little better too. So let me readjust everything real quick, guys. Bear with me just a quick second here while I readjust. I'll get my tripod to cooperate with me and hopefully not fall in the lake again, because you know that wasn't good. I don't know how I switched the camera view. Oh, because I switched the tripod. All right, there we go. So guys, there's 45 of y'all in here. Thank you for being here. Hopefully we can make some progress on that 1,000 subscriber mark today. Oh, there's some little baby tilapia picking up the tip of my rod. All right, can somebody do me a favor and check the subscriber count for me real quick, see where I'm at. Hopefully I've got at least 2 and made it past that 900 mark. Like I said, I'm trying to get up to the 1,000 here, and 906. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Hopefully we can get some more. Hopefully if you guys are watching, you've already liked the stream. If you haven't, hit that like and subscribe. We got some really cool stuff coming up. Fall's gonna be great with the desert season coming up, and deer season and turkey season's coming up. I might hunt turkey season this year. I might hunt the fall turkey. I hunt with a bow. So if you guys have never turkey hunted with a bow or watched it, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. So I'm not a big fan of eating the wild turkey out here. They taste like crap. But I will go hunt them on a live. Yeah, that's all I hunt with stick bait is I only hunt with a bow. Now, that's not to say that I don't have rifles that I could go hunt with. If you watched the shorts and the long form video that I put out the other day, I think I posted those Sunday. I'm pretty well I'm pretty well skilled with a rifle and a pistol. I made a 100-yard shot Sunday with my everyday carry piece, a little tiny Sig Sauer P365. That was one heck of a shot at 100 yards with a little tiny pocket pistol. That's hard to do. But I have put in, and I should have been doing this all along, because I've noticed that the firearms forums here on YouTube are a lot greater than I thought. There's a lot more of them. But I figured out that firearms videos actually do pretty well. Yeah, stinkbait. If you want to start, if you want to be disrespectful, bud, you're going to be asked to leave. As a matter of fact, stinkbait, you're gonna go sit in the corner for 10 minutes, and I'm not gonna put up with disrespect in my channel. Whether you're disrespecting me or you're disrespecting others, we're not here for that. We're here to hang out and have a good time. If you want to be disrespectful and try to, be that guy that says, "Oh, I'm better than everybody else," kind of a thing, you're not welcome here, man. That's not why we're here. We're here to hang out and have a good time. Oh, so now he comes back with a new... Okay. So now that you've come back with a new name, we're just gonna completely get rid of that one. And if he comes back with another one, then we're just gonna report him for harassment to YouTube. And as a matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it, if any of my mods are still in here, keep an eye out for him. So stinkbait, you're no longer welcome here, bud. You're no longer welcome here. All right, guys. Sorry about that. This is one of those dudes that's got a whole bunch of channels. Gonna start coming in causing problems. So we're just gonna block every single one of his channels that he comes in with. And leave it at that. We're also screenshotting it too, so that we can use that when we report it to YouTube as well. So, I don't care whose channel you're in. If you're disrespecting the people in that channel or whatever, you don't deserve to be there, man. None of us are here for that. We're here for hanging out, catching fish, and having some fun, meeting some new people. So far, I'm doing everything but the catching fish part. You would think any bass fisherman in the world would see this kind of area right here, and they would throw every single thing they could at this area, thinking that this is where the bass are going to be. Unfortunately, it's so shallow over there. It's less than knee deep. If you guys see that first tree sticking up, that little one right there, I walked over to that the other day. It's less than knee deep right there. So oh, something just popped right there. All right, guys, we're going to report him for harassment. Let's see. All right. So yeah, you guys, just when he comes back with his next freaking fake account, just ignore him. Let him. Yeah, Mega Cops. We're at a small little community pond by my house, about 2 minutes from my front door. But guys, if he comes back again, just ignore him. He's just seeking attention. Little kid looking for attention. So I nailed the bluegill part of this challenge right out of the gate. And so far, the tilapia, I've got one bass, but he was, I've used live bait bigger than that bass, so I'm not going to count him. But the tilapia over here don't want to seem to come out and play. Don't know what it is. I don't know if you think they should be feeding like crazy. The tilapia just finished spawning in the last week or so. There was 10 or 12 males over here on beds last week. And there's a trillion little tilapia fry swimming around here. So yeah, guys, let's so I know who this guy is. He's got 15, 20 different names he's come in with. He's just a troll, just a kid with no life and nothing better to do. So just let him freaking do his thing and keep walking him. It's people like that ruin YouTube channels for other people, because adults come in and actually want to hang out and have a good time, and then you get kids like him that come in and ruin it for everybody else. I mean, look at it. We were at 60 people watching, and then all of a sudden, this kid started his thing, and a bunch of people left because nobody wants to see that. So, which I completely understand, but I do have a couple of friends that are very very well versed with computers that can pull his IP address, which they may end up doing. I know a couple of them do hang out here and usually hide in the shadows. Once in a while they'll type into chat, but you know who you are, and if you happen to be here, I'm giving you a green light to do your thing, bud. But for now, we're going to try to, something hit this and twisted my bait up on the thing here. We'll see what happens. See if I can get something good over here. I've got a few hits on this little bait, but we'll see what else we can get on this thing. I really like this plastic that I'm throwing. I've caught some really good bass drop shotting with this color, but right now I'm just kind of hooking it. I'm just kind of hooking it like this. It's hard to see with the camera not wanting to focus, but hopefully something will whack on it like that. Oh man, I'm getting like right by that tree. Can we duck hunt this pond? No, we can't. We're in a residential neighborhood, so plus there's not really many ducks. I think I've seen 3 ducks here. Oh, oh, I was caught up on something. Man, this kid's just relentless, huh? Must suck to live that kind of a life. You guys, let's stop. Let's stop feeding into him. He wants us to delete him and acknowledge his presence. Let's just let him talk and chat and be an idiot. Screw him. We'll just ignore him until he gets really, really bad, and then we'll delete him. Oh, look at that! I caught a salad. Yeah, he's just he's just a little wannabe punk with no life, seeking attention. So let's not give him the attention that he's trying to seek. Man, there's just bluegill chasing fry all over the freaking shoreline right here. I really want that bass. Funny thing is, I've never caught a bass. Well, I can't say that because I caught one over here today. It was 3 inches long. Rod, I caught a bass that trumped yours. He was about half the size of the one you got the other day on your live. But I've never actually got any decent bass on this end of this pond. So hopefully we can get one. You know, I've never went ice fishing. I've always thought that it doesn't look fun to me, man. I mean, sitting on a frozen ass lake, freezing, fishing, just, I don't know, man. That to me just looks cold. I mean, honestly, I'd rather be cold than hot, you know? When you're cold, you can always put on another jacket. And then when you're hot, you know, you can only take so much off before people start calling the cops. You know, I've only caught a couple of smallmouth in my life. They're not a big thing here. There's one lake that I know of that says they have them. I've never caught one there. I caught 2 of them at one of the canals out in the desert. And that's it. That's all I've ever caught. Is the 2 out in the canal at the desert. Now I'll be going out to, I got a buddy that's a professional kayak fisherman. He's done very well for himself fishing the KBF series. He's recently moved up to the Lake Havasu area in Arizona, and we'll be going out for a guys' weekend in September to go fish Lake Havasu. Oh, there comes a bunch of tilapia right there. There's a whole school of them. There's a whole school of tilapia. Let me see if I can get them to bite. Yeah, we'll be going out to Havasu to do a guys' weekend out there. So I have a great chance of catching some really nice smallmouth, as well as some nice stripers. So that school of tilapia just came out of nowhere. I may go back to this little small frog-looking imitation bait and see if I can get them to bite it. I don't know. I caught them a corner of my eye swimming in and don't know where they went. me jump up here and see if I can spot them again. See, that's you know, David, that's another thing to me is like I've seen too many incidents where like people go through the ice, and I don't want to be that guy. All right, where did these tilapia go? It just came swimming in a second ago. What the heck was that? Oh. I just saw a whole school of them cruise by. I don't know where they went. But I really want to check that tilapia off the list. Let me check the bass off the list too. Catfish I'm not too worried about. I know for a fact I can get one of those. It's the bass and the tilapia here. They're going to be the issue. There's a couple sitting over there. Let's see what I can do here. All right, this drop shot worm's right in front of them and they're not wanting any of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch baits real quick, guys, and see if we can put a tilapia on the bank. Uh-oh. I really want to get those, I can't wait to get those baits in from Crappie Man and try some of them out. Let me try, I'm going to try a weird little color here of a bug. I'm going to try this little thing. Come on, focus. I'm going to try this little thing for tilapia. See if they'll bite that. It's nice and small. I got a decent sized hook on here for it. If I can get the tilapia on that, then I can move on to the bass and the cat. You know, I've been fishing bass, but it seems to me that most of the bass here are in the opposite corner of the pond from where I'm fishing. So give me a second. Let me cast this out over here and see if I can get one. Whoops. Got the tree. I'm not trying to catch a tree. I'm trying to catch a tilapia. Good golly. Okay, there we go. I pulled the hook all the way through the bait. Ow. And then I pulled it all the way through myself. Okay. So this is like this thing mimics like a little baby frog. Let me see if I can get that out there without with no weight on here, just really takes everything where you don't want it to go. There's a tilapia chasing. We might have the tilapia. They're chasing it. We just couldn't get him to commit. Let me try that one more cast. I think I might get him. Hopefully I can get this tilapia off. Check him off the list. It's so hard to cast these little tiny itty bitty baits with no weight on them. But they've revealed to me where they went to, where they're sitting. I saw that whole school swim by. So now that I know where they're sitting, I can kind of target where they're at. Come on, tilapia. I've kind of lost sight of them. Let me scoot over here again. There's one right there. Oh, they're all up. Okay. So it seems to me the tilapia here are really shy. Like once they see you, it's game over. They tend to take off. Whereas the bluegill, when they see you, tend to come in to investigate, thinking you're going to give them some free food. Hopefully, though, we can get these tilapia to bite. So this little thing I'm throwing right now kind of resembles a little frog in transition, or tadpole in transition to frog. It's got like a little tadpole looking body with a couple little kicker legs at the end. And I was talking to the owner of the property here, and they're telling me about the restoration they do, and it was just fascinating the way they did it. I didn't realize they actually brought in biologists and whatnot to help figure out the ecosystem here, which I thought was just really super cool. They've really turned this into a great little ecosystem in itself. All these bluegill are chasing this thing like crazy. Hopefully I can get this in front of those tilapia. Get one of them to bite. They kind of took off. I didn't see exactly where they went, so I'm hoping I can get this out where they're at. This water is so clear that the only thing that really takes away from the clarity is once you start getting out into the weed piles there and they start obscuring your view. But all right, let me come back over here for a quick second and catch up with y'all on chat. Man, see, that's why I don't want to ice fish. I always have that fear of like falling through the ice. So, ski mask, you're looking at street legal dirt bikes. It kind of depends on a few things. Where you ride, what type of riding you want to do, your size, your weight, your height. All of that really is going to make a difference. There's some that have come out lately that are really nice. Honda has the 450L, which is a great street legal dirt bike. It's kind of heavy. Kawasaki's got the KLX, which is they come in a few different sizes. They got the 300 and 650, I think it is. Suzuki's got the DRZ. The DRZ is what I have. It's a 400cc motor, but it is heavy. It will go anywhere on the planet. You can probably drive that thing to the freaking moon, but it's heavy. It's really going to depend on what you want. Now, if you want something big, mean, nasty, and evil, that's going to... Oh, there's a big bass. There's a nice big bass right there. Let me see if I can get him to bite this thing. I can throw this right out where he's at. That was a few feet in front of him. He's looking at it. The KTM 525 is a beast of a street legal bike. But then again, too, different states have different laws. So some of the bikes that are not street legal here might be street legal where you're at. I would recommend just doing your research on what's going to fit you the best for where you're at and what kind of riding you want to do. I won't recommend the DRZ. I own the DRZ 400 and I won't recommend it. For the weight, it's too heavy for the roads, and it doesn't have the power to be really freeway worthy. That was a big fish over there jumping, you guys. I might need to throw something different on and toss it back into that corner a little bit. I may have to kind of get in the water here to make a cast over there. But whatever that was that just popped out was a nice fish. So I don't see where the tilapia went. Oh, wait, is that them sitting right there? Let me go look and see if that's them sitting right here. No, it's a shadow. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to get serious. I'm going to put on another, I'm going to put another worm on this and go see if I can nail those bass that were sitting over there. I was thinking of the Honda. So now Honda does have the rally bike. It's the oh gosh, I forget the model number. I want to see it's a CRF RL. It's a rally version. I believe it's a 300. I'm not sure the top speed. I've never ridden one, so I'm not sure what the top speeds are and all that on them. But they are a beautiful bike. You might look into that if you're looking at the Hondas. I know the 450 L is pretty heavy for its class. But then again, man, it really depends on, you know, your skill level as well is going to be a huge factor. You know, a guy like me, I can go out and I can go get a big old beast of a KTM 525 and not have a single worry about it. Just have a lot of fun. Other guys that, you know, don't have the skill set that I do could go out and get that bike and kill themselves. So it really depends. There's a lot of factors. All right, guys, what I'm going to do is right over here, something just made a good little splash in the water. So I'm going to kind of walk out a little bit into the water and to where I can get a good cast over there. Let's see. Let me see if I can get a good cast over here. See if I can get something. it going, guys?
Hi. What are you catching?
I'm going for the what we call the pond slam for tilapia, bass, catfish, and bluegill.
Catfish in there.
There's some large catfish in here.
Really?
Did you say tilapia?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it all natural? Or they put it in here.
So when they restored this little pond,
Yeah.
every fish that was put in here with a specific intent.
Okay.
Originally, when they did the restoration, this pond was a mud pit that was full of trash. People were using it for a dump.
Oh, wow.
Things that you couldn't take to the regular landfill, you know, tires and refrigerators.
Yeah.
So what they did was they came through, cleared everything out, redid the structure of the pond here, and when they first started filling it with water, they noticed there was a bunch of leeches.
Oh.
So they put tilapia in the pond to counteract the leech problem.
Uh-huh.
And then the leech problem was taken care of, and the bullfrog problem broke out.
Oh.
So they put bass in to take care of the bullfrogs. And then they decided to put some catfish in because catfish, filter the pond and help keep it, healthy.
Yeah.
And then they added bluegill to act as bait fish for the cat and the bass.
Yeah.
So everything was put in here with intent, and the populations have exploded.
So how long has it been redone?
5-6 years, maybe.
Okay.
What you have?
You got the perfect little fishing spot there.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it. Where's the water source?
So the water, from what I understand from talking to Jeff, the water here is actually the water that is cycled through the mineral pools over at the resort.
Yeah, right. That's it.
So the natural springs feed into the resort,
Yeah.
and then when they circulate the water out, it comes back in. There's a little channel over here.
Yeah.
It flows back in from there.
I saw a pipe over there.
Pipe right here is getting back out to the filtration.
Very cool.
Beautiful here.
You know if they allow you to bring your dog down in here and get in the water?
Oh, I bring my dog down here daily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you need a license to
So
fish here?
You need a license to fish anywhere in California other than a man-made pier,
Yeah.
and the real man-made piers are saltwater.
Right. So you can take your dog off leash and let him swim?
Oh yeah.
Amazing. I'm coming back just for that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thanks for that.
Thank you.
I should have wore board shorts. I had my keys bobbed. I know for a fact there's tilapia in the other corner over there. And most of the bass that are caught in this pond are caught on the opposite side. So, gosh, my chat froze again all the way back. Tony, brother, dude, just don't come back. So you guys, that Tony Baroni guy was the troll from earlier. Oh, Supreme, you're in here as well. Welcome in. somebody delete Debbie? Sorry guys, the chat froze up again. Trying to catch up. All right, so I don't know what's going on with the tilapia here, but I've seen quite a few that just don't want to come out and play. So we're going to move over to the other side here in a minute and see if we can get some bass. I know for a fact that on the opposite corner of the pond here, from where I'm at, there's a big lunker of a bass that hangs out. So we'll see if we can get him. Right now, I don't know what's going on. It might be just too hot, too hot for him right now. But let me check my camera or my battery's good. I never actually caught tilapia here. I've never actually caught tilapia here, except for one time, and I've never actually fished for them. So, dude, this guy has a freaking fascination with me, bro. You need a life, dude. It must just absolutely suck to have no other freaking life than sitting on the freaking internet trolling people's freaking channels, bro. God, I'm fucking sorry, dude. I'm sorry that your life is that freaking worthless and boring. So, oh well. Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with Debbie's message. It could have very well been there's a whole bunch of little freaking baby tilapia swimming by there. Maybe an inch and a half long. It could have very well been. I've done that too. It's you got to punch one person out of here and the chat moves as you're going to tap their name and it taps the wrong person. I've done that many a time. I think we all have. But, I mean, guys, there's just so many bluegill in here that it's uncanny how many bluegill are in here. I really think that from what I've observed here, the bass just don't care about anything other than bluegill because there's so many of them and they're in such large schools that it's easy for the bass to come in and just swoop up 3 or 4 or 5 at a time. You'll notice when I'm on the other end there, on the north end, so I'm on the southeast corner right now. You'll notice when I'm on the other end that the bluegill, when I'm chunking bread in, feeding them, the bluegill will actually attract the bass because of all the commotion. So I don't know if that works over here because I like I said, I've only seen little, like, the biggest bass I've seen over here is probably 8 inches long. Seems like most of them in this pond hang out deep. What I really need to do, and I keep saying this, is I need to break out the freaking snorkeling gear and go snorkel through this pond, face down, so I can look at the it's such clear water that you can see down to the bottom in most of the spots. So I need to go snorkel around and look at the structure out towards the middle. I've looked at it on the maps and photos from back in the day when this was empty, but they did do some no man, I'm not going to take a spear gun. I'm not going to kill the fish. But I've looked at maps and photos and things when this was empty and kind of got an eyeball on the structure. I see a nice big freaking fish swimming around over there. So I'd like to go out and see what it looks like now since the weeds and all that have grown in. See where there's the pockets and all that. I kind of got an idea where some of the weed pockets are. But that's just from, casting my bait out and knowing that it's in the weeds. Spearfishing is legal here, saltwater. I do not know the legality of it in freshwater here. It's not something that I do. Like I said, I don't kill the fish because I don't eat fish. Now, if I was eating fish, it'd be a different story. But I really don't eat fish. The only fish that I will actually kill is if I'm on a tuna charter, and that you really don't have a choice because the deckhands on the boats gap those fish no matter what. So, what I'll do on those is I'll give the tuna away. I will keep some that I feed my cat and my dogs because, as you all know, cats love tuna and so do the dogs. So I'll keep some for the pets, but I don't eat it. So I love to catch them. I just don't like to eat them. All right, guys, I'm going to give this spot just a couple of more minutes here. I'm going to go ahead and finish my drink. And once my drink's done, I'm going to pack it up and move to the other corner. Oh, I see a tilapia. Let's see if I can get this bait in and drop it down to where you can see it. That's right in front of his face. And he looked at it, gave it a quick look, and kept on. They're really going after the chartreuse tip on this tail of this bait. This color, man, I'm really digging this color for drop shot. It's the holographic Morning Dawn. And live stream the underwater drone, that would be freaking awesome. That would be awesome. So this is what I'm throwing here, guys. If I can get it to stop moving and have the camera focus. It's like a holographic Morning Dawn. But I'm going to put on a little, a different little bait here. Let's see if we can entice one of these tilapia right here before I move on to the other side. Brought a few little small plastics for here, but they may work. I mean, I've got that little tiny itty bitty bass on one of them, and I've got bluegill on them. So we'll see what we can do over here. These are little they look like a tadpole in transition. Oh, something just ripped on it. Had to be the bluegill. But they're real small, and they got a couple little kicker legs off the back. The bluegill are going all over it. It might be a little too big for some of the bluegill in here, but that's good because that'll be just fine for the tilapia that are in here. Now, the tilapia in here aren't real big, but they're in here, so they're part of the ecosystem. I might as well try to catch one. Something just popped right over there at the tules, the edge of the tules there. Good grab, man. Hey, Terry, how are you? Terry, we're on the mission for the pond slam here. We got the bluegill, we need the tilapia, the bass, and the catfish to complete the challenge. I'm gonna give it one more little try over here. Good gosh, man. Dude, this guy, you guys, just has no fucking life whatsoever. All he's doing is fucking trolling, man. It must suck to be that fucking miserable in your life. Let him troll, though, guys. Let him troll. Screw him. It just proves to everybody else what a freaking lame life the dude has. To have to troll somebody on a freaking YouTube channel. I just saw a bass moving by, but I don't know where he went either. Let me give you just a second here and move on to the other corner. Oh, there's tilapia right there. I bet if I can get this in front of him, I might be able to get him. Oh, he turned and looked at it, and then he went away. I see where he's swimming to, so what I'll do is I'll try to get it out in front of where he's going. See if he just kind of happens along onto it. Like I said, I've only caught one of them out of here before. And he was on a net. I just pissed him off enough to catch him. And I've never really heard of other people in here fishing for him. So, you know, I'm not a tilapia fisherman, so I'm not 100% sure what they'll bite on. How's it going, guys?
What the source of this water is?
So this comes out of the mineral springs.
Oh, this is from the springs. Okay.
Yeah, so from what I understand from talking to Jeff, the water originally goes into the springs over at the resort, and then as they filter that water in and out of there, it goes through their filtration process,
And this is the reservoir.
and it comes back over into here,
Oh, okay.
and then leaches back into the ground, back into the spring.
So as far as water to jump into, this isn't horrible. Here.
It's clean.
Yeah.
It's really clean.
Someone was in the hot spring, the little one over there, so we're like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to jump in here and then be like, oh no, that's fed by, you know, the border or something.
No, this is all really clean water. I mean,
Cool.
you can see how the clarity of the water.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
just incredible.
it was looking good.
Yeah. So if you come down here on a Saturday,
Yeah.
you know, 3/4 of the community is over here swimming.
Oh boy, I bet. That's where I'd be.
Yeah. So, and, you know, they got the canoes and the kayaks and all that over here too. So,
Oh yeah, see that.
yeah.
that tire swing.
Oh, looks awesome.
Yeah. I don't know why that tire swing's there. It's been moved like 6 times between that tree and the bigger one over in the corner. But it seems like every time I come, it's in a different tree.
Yeah.
Dip my toes in.
They maybe need to buy better rope.
No, I think people just keep moving it
Yeah.
just because, you know.
Fun.
To get an idea.
Yeah, get a deeper spot or
That's
a shallower spot for the kids, because we use it like a diving board. But yeah, the water here is actually really warm.
Wow.
It's like bathwater warm.
Oh boy. Okay, well.
I wonder if we should drive around and go on that side where the tire swing is, or we just want to go here, do you want to see if
It only takes like you can
knees,
walk the whole thing in
because
like
my
3-4
knees all
minutes.
Oh,
freaked
okay.
up.
Cool. You said you can walk around it in 3 minutes.
Yeah. Are you guys parked over by the bathhouse?
Over by that abandoned building.
Yeah, that's used to be the old bathhouse.
Oh, okay.
That's where they do a lot of the live concerts and stuff out there.
Oh, okay.
So
I know I've seen some good bands over at the breakdown over at the hotel.
yeah.
I didn't know they did it.
Yeah, they do.
That's a cool
once in a
setting,
while,
though.
they'll have a band at the hotel and a band over here at the bathhouse thing as well.
Oh, yeah, that's,
So and they do a bunch of like farmers markets and all kinds of stuff there.
oh, that's really cool.
But this path, you just follow the path all the way around. You'll come to when you get over here to the corner, you come to a Y. If you stay to your left, you'll see the bathhouse from right there.
Oh, right,
You'll probably be able to see your car from right
walk
there.
around.
Can you drive any closer to over here?
No.
Or no.
Yeah.
No.
Just where we're at.
No, it's where you're at
It's a
is
short walk.
yeah.
Yes.
There is parking over here on the road, but it's going to be the same distance either way.
Okay. I'm gonna go check.
All right,
Hey,
nothing.
thank you, man. We'll be back.
Have a good day.
All right, man. Have a good day, guys.
Just because
All right, I have not caught anything over here, so it's time to let's get this guy out of here again. I'm just gonna start blocking all of his channels. The dude's the ultimate troll. Ultimate troll. He has no fucking life. That's what his problem was. He has no fucking life. I mean, if you want to say that rattlesnake video is a joke, dude, step on a fucking rattlesnake in your back fucking patio at night and tell me that's a fucking joke. But, kids will be kids. Guys talking shit because I'm out at the shooting range having fun with the shotguns and, all that kind of shit. I really don't give a fuck. But, if you're going to troll somebody like that, then it just shows that you're a fucking loser. You know what I mean? Like, how boring is your life to be able to freaking to have to sit here and troll people on the fucking internet, dude? But then again, like, kids like this are living proof of why Americans wish birth control was retroactive. See, bro, the fact that you keep coming back just proves that you're fucking obsessed, bro. Fucking proves it. Just because you're sitting in your parents' basement with the fucking phone on the YouTube broadcast to your fucking TV. But hey, bro, if you want to be obsessed with me, that's fucking flattering. But again, it proves that fucking your life must be fucking miserable. Alright guys, so we're gonna pick up and move spots. The camera's gonna get a little shaky here while I walk through. But we're gonna go over here and see if we can hit a couple different little spots and Hey, Tommy, welcome in. We're gonna go see if we can hit a couple different spots and maybe get that tilapia. Um, like I said, I've only ever caught one tilapia from here, and he was on his bed. We'll try right here for a quick second. Um, oh, I gotta adjust the tripod for the. It was really uneven over where I was at, so I had the legs adjusted for that. All right, let's see what we can do here with this little freaking bait. Oops. Kind of screwed it up when I reeled it up to the tip. But again, we're going for that slam. I'm looking for the tilapia right now. I'm kind of starting to think I won't get a tilapia in here. I know they're here. I can see them. I just don't know if they're going to bite on. Oh, there we got something. There we go. Oh, he spit it. Looks like a little baby bass when it's on flash right there. But if I can get a little baby bass, we can bite right here. We can check that off the list. All right, let me get this back out. I want to get kind of around the corner here. There we go. Got it around the little corner. I'm just going to let it sink and see what happens. Let it get a little deeper than it was. And see if something will bite on it down there. I'm working this thing really slow. Because it's such a small bait, you know. Doesn't seem like there's much right over here. It's so hard to cast these baits with no weight to them. It's like fly fishing with a bass rod. Something just hit it. I think it was a little baby bass. There's a little rock ledge right here that kind of drops off to about 6 feet. I think the little baby bass are hanging out in this little, along this little shelf. I don't want a baby bass though. I want a freaking grandpa bass. Which I know the bass is not old enough to be massively huge. But they're in here and they're breeding and they're getting bigger. So one day there will be a big, nice, big 10, 12 pound bass in here. They've just not been here long enough to be able to grow for that size. It takes quite a while for bass to get that big, you know. So we'll eventually have some nice good sized bass in here. I mean, right now, maybe 7, but the bass have only been in the pond a few years, so they really haven't had time to grow big. I am getting little hits over here. Oops. I am getting hits over here. So something over here wants to play, but they're just not committing to it fully. And it seems like with the sun being out and bright and shining down the lake, everything's deeper. Bluegill are everywhere. But I think the bass have gone deeper. And this pond only gets, I think it's 10 feet at the depth, one of the deepest for the depth. So, how in the world did that happen? That happened because I had my bail open and it wasn't finished. real. That's the one drawback of braid when there's wind. Is braid is so light that you get wind knots, and the braid will just float in the wind and do its own thing there. I got that one little. It was a little bass. I saw him roll right as he spit the hook. He was a little guy. But I've seen some good sized bass over off this rock pile. But I'm throwing a real small bait, so it'll attract smaller fish. Oh, I just got tapped again. That's probably a bluegill. But the normal crankbaits and jerk baits and spinner baits and things like that don't work on the bass here. I'm really tempted. I have some little tiny swim baits that look just like bluegill. So I'm really tempted to bring a couple of them over here and see what I can get. And I know that the bass here are just super keyed in on bluegill. That is their go-to food source here. And there's so absolutely just ridiculous amount of them in here. What happened there? Oh, yeah, I'm afraid did that wrap because what happened was I got snagged in a little pile over there. When I pulled, the braid did its little wrap thing around the back over there. Yeah, see this little bait that I'm throwing is so light that it just floats in the breeze on top of the water. So I'm gonna stick with it for a minute. See what happens. I didn't bring much other small baits, so I'm gonna stick with what I got. I know I've already hooked a few fish on this, so let's see if we do. But I don't know what's going on over here. Usually I do pretty well for fishing a pond, but I think it's because I presented the challenge that none of them are going to cooperate except the bluegill. I will go over a little bit and try for a cat. I think what I want to do first is first thing I want to do is get that tilapia chuck off the lid. I'm going to go back over here to the corner and keep walking over where I was walking originally when I stopped here. I'm going to go back to this corner over here where I know that the tilapia has been hanging around. All right. Sorry guys, I was wasn't paying attention to chat while I was fishing there. Sorry. Bro, this dude's trying to freaking kiss keyboard warrior. Hey, Autumn, welcome in. Jeffrey, what's happening? I love the fact that I got a freaking little kid keyboard warrior obsessed with me, guys. That just proves a lot, doesn't it? I'd like to go toss a bait off the end of this rock pile, but there's nowhere to set the camera there, so. I'm gonna come right over here and see if I can get his tilapia over here. There's little fingerling bass swimming around right here. I'm gonna set the camera in the sun when we're in the shade, guys. And then, unfortunately, I can't see chat right here. But give me just a minute. Let me make a couple casts over here, and then we'll get back over here to the other side of this rock pile I'm at. And I'll check on chat here in a second. It's so hard to cast these little tiny plastics with zero weight on them. You know, you're basically throwing a hook and hoping that you get a good cast with it. You know, distances. I'm not going to be able to hit the bush. There's that little brush pile right there out in the middle. There's no way I'd be able to cast this out that far. But I'm sure there's some decent fish sitting out there by it. Bluegill are just chasing this thing like crazy. I just want to know where the tilapia went. I'm starting to get concerned because as much as I've been throwing this for the tilapia, I haven't seen many. Well, I can see a good 15, 20 feet out with the water clarity here. So I'm wondering what happened to all the tilapia. Now I know I just saw them last week. They were sitting on nests, so you'd think this week they'd be really wanting to feed after the spawn. Get off there, you stupid bluegill. Bluegill are all over this little bait. It resembles a tadpole that is just starting to get its little frog legs growing off of him. There's a tilapia right there. I see him. If I can get this winged right past him. Oops, not into the brush. Dang it, I got caught up in that twig. Ah, it just broke off. That was stupid. I should have just walked over and grabbed it. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to walk over and grab that. I do not want to leave that hanging up in the bush. When I did that stupid walk. Where are you at? Oh, it's not even the hook that's looped, it's the braid that went through. My braid went around it and tied itself in a knot. So that's another thing about braid. It's like, I love braid. Believe me, I love my braiding line. But when it decides not to cooperate, man, it just goes full bore on the non-cooperation aspect of things. Let me see if I can get that rod to stay there. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to retie here. Which means I gotta dig down in this little bag and find my pliers to cut whatever's left on the hook here so I can retie. There they are. I don't know why I don't use my little fishing backpack that I have. It'd be so much easier to stay organized with it, but I just carry this little bag that I found in our closet. I think it was I think it's an old makeup bag from the wife. An old, travel bag. But it works. With as little amount of stuff as I bring to this pond, it does work. So it serves its purpose, and until it stops doing that, I'll continue to use it. So, all right, I got my hook all cleaned off here for the most part. Got one little bit, you know. I'm gonna just burn this little bit off because it's there we go. It wasn't the pliers that I brought with me. And thank you, Rod and Josie, for reminding me about the needle nose. I actually put a hook remover in the bag, so we'll be able to get those hooks out a little better on those fish that choke it. All right, get this tied back up. Get the bait back in the water. Hopefully, get that tilapia. Once I get that tilapia, we're moving on to the bass and the cat. And the cat's going to be the last one I go after. Hopefully, my stupid battery on my phone doesn't die on me. I forgot my power bank at the house. You know, typical, right? But I know that there's a big bass sitting over in the corner, so I can probably most likely go over and get him. But all right. Sorry guys, I'm so far behind on chat that I'm gonna have to scroll ahead of it to catch up. Now there is an entire school of tilapia sitting right in front of me. So let's see if I can get one of them. Let's see if I can pique their interest. They're sitting 6 feet out. And I just cast, that hit the water and they bolted. I don't know what the heck is the deal with the tilapia here, but they are finicky. Bluegill are chasing this thing like crazy. Just need to get this in front of the right tilapia, and we'll have one. I really don't understand why they're not feeding like they should be after the spawn. And again, the tilapia in here are not huge. You know, they're palm size. But at least catching them and check it off the list of the challenge for the day. Oh, there they are. See where they went. Got that just a couple feet out in front of them. Something just snagged it, and we got a fish on. Oh, fish off. He didn't have it too good. But I got bit twice right there. Once I hooked, once I missed. So let me get back out there, draw it through. See what happens. There we go. There's, oh, that was a little baby bass that was trying to go after that. So I'm hoping maybe if the little baby bass go after it, it'll bring the tilapia in to see what's going on. And oh, something just ripped on it again. I almost might be that this is too big for these little tilapia. There's a little, I mean, it's a small little bait. It's just, they're also small little tilapia that are in here. You would think this little tadpole imitator would be perfect, you know. All right, that one I was able to kind of fly line cast it. I just went to kick the ants off my feet with a freaking flip flop. This, I don't know what it is with this corner. But this corner of the pond is just loaded with little red ants. You almost have to stand in the water to keep them off you. The water is nice. The water here is probably 85 degrees. Come on, boy. Let's get a bite from one of you guys. I'm almost wondering if a little drop shot, this thing would work. I don't want to have to re-rig everything. This thing, once it finally starts to sink, it sinks pretty well. But it's getting it to actually start to sink is the problem. Okay, there goes 2 tilapia. Let me, oh, there's like 6 tilapia. Oh, they are so spooky. They saw the cast and they bolted. Let me see if I can get this over by this one. If I can drop this right in this guy's face. He saw it drop and he just, they're looking at it, but they're not going at it. Let me see if I can get him. I can get it over here again. I can bite it again. There we go. That's going to drop right in his face. He's looking. He's looking. Caught up on a little stick. Oh, there it came off. They're looking at it, but they're not committing to biting. So let me go. I have one more cast out here with this thing. And if they don't bite that, I might switch it up. I got a couple different colors of these. I also have a couple different little baits that look like maggots. So I might actually go for that too. Now those are tiny. It's going to be hard to cast those. But I'm thinking a tiny little maggot might be perfect. Tilapia, just looking at this, if they don't bite, it'll hit the bottom and it'll nose down on it and stare at it. When it moves, they follow it. They just don't bite it. Let me try. Let me see if I can get one of those maggots. See if I'll bite on that. In the meantime, while I'm looking for that, I'm going to see if I can get caught up with you guys in chat here. Let's see. And we just got that one troll. Whatever. Alright. Let's see if I can find one of these little maggot things that I brought. Got a little chartreuse one I'll try. And then let's see what's happening here. So this little thing might actually be bigger than the hook. And that might be the problem for some of these fish, that the hook might be too big for their mouth. I do have a couple little mosquito hooks, but I'm going to try this little guy and see what happens. Hopefully a tilapia sees it and just wants to rail it, go after it and kill it. Super, super, super tiny though. So it's going to be really hard to cast out there. Right. It's so small I can't even see it in the water out there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Come on, fishy. I just don't know what they're doing here today. I'm kind of starting to wonder if the heat is just too much. it's been in the triple digits for the last 2 days in this pond. So that might have kind of pushed the fish into like a partial hibernation. They're just not wanting to bite. Okay, so we're going to give this just a second here in this corner. We're going to move down a little bit. I don't even see the tilapia here anymore. The bluegill has moved on. Looks like the bluegill actually moved out deeper as well. Nothing is showing any interest in this little maggot looking thing. I put on a chartreuse one. I have a couple different colors of them. So we'll move over and see if we can get something in a different little spot. And then once I get moved over, I'm going to catch up with chat and see what you guys are all up to. It's really hard to actively fish like this and keep up with chat because I'm trying to cast and the camera's kind of offside to where I can't see it. So guys, last week, I think you can probably see it here. Last week, this rock was in the water. It was a good foot into the water. So that shows you how much the water is receded. Now here's some tilapia right over here in the corner. Let's see if I can get them to bite. They just swim out deeper. They saw me come up, but let's see what we can do. I think this chartreuse color is not going to work. Might have to go to the white. We're going to switch this over to white and see what that does. Find the white one. Here's a pure white one. So we'll switch this and see if the white actually does something different. So anyway, guys, thanks for being here. I appreciate everybody joining the stream. Appreciate all the thumbs ups and the subscriptions. And sorry that we have a petulant little child of a troll in here today, but it is what it is. You guys just ignore him, and pretty soon it won't be fun for him anymore. It'll go away. All right. Bring this right in that tilapia's face. Oh, we might have the tilapia. Nope. Saw it. In order to check it out. Then took off. Bluegill in here. They see you and come to check you out. Definitely checking this little thing out. You're just so shy. One more cast over here. Then I'm going to move down. I might go for this red ball. See if we can check the catfish and the bass off it. I know we can check the catfish off. That'll be the easy part. Tilapia, I think, is going to be the one that's going to be difficult. I'm actually positive the tilapia is going to be the most difficult one in this lake to catch. Oh, I almost had him. Just pulled it away from him when we fixed it. I really think the hook's too big. I think that's the problem. The hook that I'm using for this bait is too big. I'm using a drop shot hook. It's a little teeny tiny. They keep going after it, but I think it's just they feel that hook because it's so big. So nothing's doing right here. We're gonna do one more cast here. Then we're gonna get set up for we're gonna set up for cat. And I'd set up for cat right where I'm at. But the only shade that's over here is right in the middle of an anthill. I really don't feel like using it here. So far the tilapia are not on. They're not wanting to come out and play. So let's go over to the other side there and see what we can do. There's so many fish over here though. We'll go over to the other side and see what we can do about getting that catfish off the list. Unless I get another tilapia chilling while I walk by, then we'll go for him. But I really don't understand what's going on with the tilapia here. They're just so finicky. There's one, there's two on a bed. I'm betting I can get these two. I'm betting I can get one. Just looking at it. They're looking at it. They're just not wanting nothing to do with it. Look at them looking at it. They're all over it. This tilapia that's sitting on this bed's been sitting on this same bed for like 3 weeks. I'm gonna see if I can. I just had a basket, that thing. Let me see if ain't crawling on my hat. Let's see if I can get that back out there. I might as well check the bass off on it. On a maggot. It'd be kind of cool to catch a bass on a maggot. Definitely be a new bait to add to the things I caught bass from. I really think they're seeing the hook because the hook is so big. And once they see it, they know that, that ain't food. The hook's bigger than the freaking bait. But that bass did take a swipe at it, so I need him to take another swipe at it. That'll be 2 of the 4 checked off the list. It's just the problem with these tilapia is they're so absolutely shy. The minute they catch a glimpse of you, they're gone. Come on, little bass. Now you see it. There's a little bass, probably a little 1-pound bass out here. It's been eyeballing this thing, but just won't get to it. He bit it once. I think we can get him to bite it again. It's the thing, I have no weight to it. It's so hard to cast. I'm basically casting a bare hook. One more cast right here and I'm moving on. I'll let you guys cast us out over here. As far as fishing. Yeah, I really think it's just this hook's too big. So anything that's going after it's seeing the hook. Now, let me walk over here real quick and see if I can see the tilapia. Back over to my normal little spot with my normal little tree, and there the tilapia came back. I'm going to cast them way back here, and see if maybe being back farther helps. That actually gave me a better cast too. Oh, come on, you stupid tilapia. They're just not having it. What it is they can see me. I just caught a palm frond. The tilapia can see me sitting here. So they're just not having it. I think what I'll do is I'm going to go over to my other little spot here. And I'm going to wing out some bait that I know I've caught some really good fish on here, and that way I'll also be able to sit here and hang out with you guys and chat and get some good fish. So just this water clarity here is just so amazingly clear that you can see if the weeds weren't, if the weeds were cut back here, you could see 30, 40, 50 feet out. Oh, there's a hole there. You can see 30, 40, 50 feet out off the shoreline. But you just kind of obstruct your view out here. So we're going to go sit over here under the tree where I can sit and relax and hang out with chat. And I'm going to throw out a bread ball and at least get a catfish out of here. So we're almost here. Set the camera up right here in the shade. Whoops. Gotta adjust this leg so my phone doesn't fall in the water again. All right. Switch the camera. Oh, the camera's good. All right, so let me get all situated here for just a different little style of fishing where I'll just be able to sit here and hang out with chat while we kind of line in the water. I'll set up my little rod holder here. I do like this little rod holder that I got. Works out well. I'm able to take it apart for transport. So makes it kind of nice to be able to do it that way. All right, so we got that. I will set up a bread ball here and we'll get some catfishes. And I did, thanks to Rod and Josie. I didn't put the needle nose in the bag, but I did bring my little hook remover tool. So hopefully if they choke it again, I'll be able to get the hook out of them. All right. This hook may be a little small for what I'm doing here now, which is ironic that it was just a minute ago this exact same hook was too big. But I'm getting tired of retying every time I go for something different. All right, let's see if I can get this on here the right way here with this bread ball. Looks like it's on there pretty good. All right, so let me get this out of the water, guys, and I'll come over here and have a sit, and we can hang out and chat. Pretty sure that's right at the edge of that weed line out there, but who knows? It could be in the weeds, it could be past them. Either way, wherever it is where it's gonna stay. All right, so let me drop the tripod down. I'm gonna sit my fat ass down for a minute. Drop the tripod down where I can see y'all. And all right, there we go. So we're here, finally. All right, so who's still here? Ski Mask is here. The Troll's still here. Jeffrey's here. There's 26 of y'all here. Thanks for being here. Hey, Drama, you're here. Dorothy's here. Welcome in, you guys. So what's the goal today? Oh, the like goal today? The like goal today is I'd like to get to 100, which would be my all-time high on this channel. But as you guys know, I'm not one that really likes to ask for the likes. So if we can get to 100, that would be awesome. The main goal today in this pond was to catch all 4 species. I got the bluegill. I got 3 bluegill on here. Unfortunately, the tilapia are not having it. So we've just set up for cat and possibly bass on the bread balls. So problem is we've only got 22% battery left, and I left my stupid power bank at the house. So what I might end up doing is once the battery gets to where I gotta kill the stream, then I'll probably go home, charge the phone, have some food, and come back out for the evening bite. So, but I think with the battery that I have left, we're not going to hit the goal on the likes. I don't think there's enough time, just with the battery power being so low on the phone. And it's my stupid fault. I put the battery bank on the charger last night, and I forgot it. It's sitting right by the front door on the little table. But this morning, For all you that didn't hear about it, I was going to go to the big lake today. Got there, and some jackwagon had parked his boat on the dock for the little courtesy docks there at the lake, where you tie up your boat while you're pulling your trailer to the launch and away from the boat launch. You know, it's meant to be, basically it's the 15-minute parking spot you'd find. You tie up your boat after you launch it. You hop in your truck, you move your truck and trailer back up to the parking and get your stuff out of the way so other people can use the launch. And vice versa. When you're coming in, you tie up to the dock, run up, get your truck and trailer, get your boat out of the water, and, leave the spot clear for everybody else. This jackwagon decided that he was going to lock his boat with a padlock and a cable to the boat launch, or the boat ramp, the dock, excuse me, the little courtesy dock, while he takes his trailer for service. So he's blocking the entire ramp. It's a one-lane boat launch. You can fit one boat on the courtesy dock there at a time. And the way the boat ramp is situated, you cannot back a trailer in the way his boat was parked. So I couldn't even launch my boat. So turned into a total fiasco. So we'll probably try again, maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday. But it's fine because now I'm over here fishing the pond. So cool little spot, 2 minutes from the house. So it's better than not fishing at all, So funny thing is that this guy is camping at the campground there at the big lake. And the rangers went around, found him. That's how we know he went to have the trailer service. They found his wife at their campsite. Because of the fact that he has basically shut down the entire lake for the day, unless you want to shore fish, which there's not a lot of easy accessible shore fishing there. You're stuck to a few little spots on that lake, or use a rental boat. The lake's basically shut down until this guy gets his stuff out of the water. So not only are they turning away fishermen, but it's costing the lake money now because they're not getting the money for the parking, which is $5 per vehicle. They're not getting the $11 fee per fisherman and the $11 fee per boat launch. So just one person wanting to fish that lake on a boat is going to be a $26 fee. Well, if you have two people, that turns into, $37. 4 people, 5 people, and so on and so on, and that's, that $37 is just one private boat. So all these people that wanted to, hey, big fish, welcome. All these people that wanted to go fish that lake today on their own private boat cannot, because one jackwad decided to tie up the entire boat ramp while he goes to Arizona, of all places, to have the tires put on his trailer. Now, this moron could have actually gone in with the boat on the trailer and had the tires put on his trailer. So people are just freaking morons, Yeah, Dirty, welcome back. We're going for cat now. The tilapia don't want to cooperate, so I got a bread ball out there for the cat now. I did catch a bass, but it was like 4 inches long, so I'm not going to count it. I could say I do have 2 out of 3, but we'll go for the cat. And the bass do bite the same bait as the catfish here, so we may get the 2 more of the 3, or 2 more of the 4 species out of this pond today. There's actually a duck in the pond over there. It's the first duck I've seen here, and where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, you can't see him on camera. He's playing with the... There he goes. I haven't seen a duck here in a long time. Hey, Neil from the UK. Welcome in, brother. Good to have you. So we're gonna try for cat for a while. My battery on my phone's getting low, so we'll we'll stay here until I'm told that my battery's about to die. And once it dies, I'm going to go home. I'm going to eat. I never ate breakfast this morning. So I'll go ahead and go home, eat breakfast, charge up the phone, and I'll probably come back over for the evening bite because it's only 2 o'clock now. So I'll come back over for the evening bite and then see if we can give those tilapia. It's actually cool that there's a duck swimming around here. This area is not known to have many ducks. So having a duck swimming over here is kind of cool. I'm going to pick this bait up and move it, guys. Those of you that watch me on a regular basis over here know that I don't let the bait sit too long in one spot in this pond because the fish generally tend to bite pretty quick on this bait. And when it's been out there for a little while and I haven't got any bites, it usually means, and exactly what I thought, we're in the weeds. Brought in a salad with my bait. So I'll get the salad off of there. I will get the hook packed onto the bait a little better again. Get it back out there. Hopefully I won't drop this one in the salad bar. I really need to, like I keep saying, I really need to get the snorkel gear out and go find where the that's gonna be in the salad again, I think. Really need to get the snorkel gear out and go just go swim face down in this lake for a while. And make mental notes of where the weed lines and all the little the weed breaks and the holes and all that are. So, hey, White Fangs here. Welcome in, you guys. It's good to see everybody in here. I'm whoa, almost freaking drink almost exploded on me. Thank God for the twist off caps that you can screw right back on. So guys, I'm on the mission to the 1,000 subscriber mark. I'm getting real close. I'm in the 900s last time I checked. So if you guys haven't hit the like and subscribe, I would definitely appreciate it. There is some really, really cool stuff I'm planning for the fall on this channel. With the temperatures in the desert right now, it's just hotter than holy crap out there. So I haven't been doing a lot of riding on the dirt bike. But come fall, I'll be doing some deer hunting and turkey hunting as the seasons open. Be trying to do as much of that live as I can. Those lives are going to probably be a little boring for you guys because, you know, I'll be out in the deer woods and can't really talk much when you're in the deer woods. But at least you guys will be able to join me from the deer stand. Watch it as it goes. You'll see more hikers and mountain bikers than you will deer out here in California. But the turkey hunting will be cool. It'll be a new little thing to watch. And then I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff. Good buddy of mine that I ride with. We really want to hit it hard this year for the desert season. He just got his set up to where he can bring the wife and kid out for the weekend and they'll be comfortable. He's got a brand new little baby. Well, she's a year and a half old now, but you know, it's hard to go out and hang out somewhere for a weekend with a little kid, you know, especially that little. So he's got his camper now. He's got the side-by-side for the wife to be able to put the car seat in and drive around with the baby. So we'll be doing a lot of stuff on the dirt bikes. I'm going to try to find some spots where I can actually live stream it while I'm riding. And I'll be live streaming from the GoPro. So it'll be basically you'll be looking through my eyes the way I have my GoPro set. It's on my helmet, on the chin mask of my helmet. So it's really a really cool point of view. So we have some really cool stuff in the works. And then Mrs. SoCal schedule switches in September. Um, where she works, every quarter they switch schedule and shift because they're a 24/7 business. So they switch schedules every quarter. That way, it keeps it fair. Nobody's stuck on graveyards working every weekend for the whole time. So every 4 months they switch it up so that your shift changes and your days off change. Um, and they're possibly going to a new schedule where they'll actually have more freedom in their shift and their scheduling. So, but once September comes and her shift changes, we'll be doing a lot of cool stuff out in the Jeep. So keep an eye out for that, guys. That'll be September, October, November, all the way through the end of December with the deer season, and then October through about April or May, we'll be hitting the desert really hard with the dirt bikes. So there's some fun stuff coming up. And we're still going to be fishing through all of that. I'm on the mission for the lake record bass at my home lake, so we will definitely be chasing that until we get it. And I have all the confidence in the world that I'm going to get it. So hopefully it happens. It's going to happen. It's in my mind. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. What day is it going to be, It's going to be one of those days where I decide to go down to the home lake and sit on the shore with a cat rod in one hand and a carp rod in the other and magically catch the lake record bass on a catfish bait or something. I mean, stupider things have happened. So I'm just really, really upset that I couldn't get that tilapia. I really thought I'd get the tilapia out of here. I've only fished for tilapia twice in my life. Today was an absolute failure. And the last time I fished for tilapia, they were on the beds. And I just basically put a plastic on that bed and just kept it there so long it actually pissed off that male to the point where he bit it. So it's the only tilapia I've ever caught in my life. I've never actively fished for them. So I'll try it again later. Right now I'm hoping that one of the cats comes out to play. If you guys were here yesterday watching me fish this pond, I caught a pretty impressive cat out of this pond for a small pond. And I'm hoping today that I catch his big brother or his grandpa. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. This bait, I just don't think it's getting set into the right spot. I think it's hitting the weeds and they're just not taking it out of the weeds. So yeah, I can feel it in the weeds. And I just lost my bait. So I'm gonna reset this. I almost want to put on a bigger hook because I just have basically a drop shot hook on right now. Because I have that little bug that I was throwing for the. Actually, I am gonna put on a different hook. Because I was throwing that little bug at the tilapia on a small hook. So let me cut this off of here. Put on an actual decent sized hook so I can put on a decent sized bait and see if we can get a nice decent sized cat. So let's see this one. There's bass jumping right over there. Sheesh. I'm wondering if maybe I should go try to catch a bass right over there real quick. guys think? Should I go throw something to that bass right there that I just saw jump and see if I can check the bass off the list real quick? Or should I just keep what I got going on and set up for the catfish? I'm really half tempted to go throw something at that bass real fast. I do have some Senkos and stuff with me, so let me go over there and, I got a wacky rig hook set up. Let me go see if I can wacky rig up a little bass. I got these little Senkos that came in a little like fishing kit somebody gave to me. They're like this really weird like chartreuse and white. So I'm gonna try those for a quick second. See if maybe I can wrangle up a bass out of the corner over here. Let me see. I'll wacky rig it. And I'm just gonna kind of turn the camera and my audio should follow me over there. So let's see. Oh, there we go. My microphone should follow me over there. The camera's a little crooked, guys, but I'm gonna go see if I can catch a bass right over here. Got a bass. Heck yeah, he's not big. He's not big. But that's species number 2. So let me come over here, show you all on the camera. And if somebody wouldn't mind updating the pinned comment for me, you just type in 3 bluegill, 1 bass. There's our little baby bass. So we have got a bass. So that tells me now that it's time, since I did get a little bass. He's small. Definitely not the big bass in this lake. But quit spinning there, bud. Hey, I don't want that hook in my freaking thumb, so calm down. There we go. All right. Hey, and that popped out just perfect. So we got a little bass, little tiny guy, but he is a bass. We'll let him go. And away he goes. So if somebody wouldn't mind updating for me the catch count there to 3 bluegill, 1 bass, I would greatly appreciate that. And I will pin your comment. And we'll go for species number 3. I'm going to take this, I'm going to cut this hook off and go to a bigger hook. I am using barbless hooks out here. So I don't like, I've had quite a few problems where the fish just absolutely choke the bait and you can't get the hook out of their gullet. So I'm hoping that the barbless hooks will help that situation quite a bit. But we'll see. We will see. All right, can somebody, anybody, just type 1 bass, 3 bluegill into the chat so I can pin your message, please. Man, that little bass just derailed on that bait there. They really like that color, I guess. I'm gonna have to try that one on the big lake. Okay, so it appears that nobody is going to type into the chat 1 bass, 3 bluegill. So unfortunately, unless somebody else does, we can't pin the updated catch count. There's 13 watching. All it takes is one of you to decide to pop that 1 bass, 3 bluegill into the comment, and we will pin your comment. Unfortunately, I think all my moderators have stepped away for the moment to do other things. So I'm relying on somebody else in chat to pin that or type that comment so I can post it up. David, thank you. All right. Now that I've got 2 of the 4, I'm going to go back to the old faithful bait here and see if we can get species number 3 before my phone battery dies. I'm running low on cat bait here and I'm going to have to go get some more. So it looks like a couple other people are over here fishing that corner I was in earlier. All right. Get this bread ball watered up here. Get the hook in there through it, nice and deep and into it. There we go. And then I'll get this back out there. Hopefully get species number 3 on the line here. This is a bigger bread ball than I was throwing earlier, so it's got some more weight to it. So I'll definitely be able to cast it farther than that smaller bread ball I was throwing. I changed my hook, so I do have a bigger hook now that'll accommodate a bigger bait. So we're at the bottom of the 9th. Score's tied 2 on, 2 out, and I gotta hope and pray that I can get this cat. That seems like a pretty good spot to me. Now, loosen my drag up a little bit here because I am using the rod holder, and I've actually had the cats pull my rod out of the holder here in this pond before, to where I had to dive in after my rod. So I don't really feel like diving in after my rod today. But now we will see what we can get on a cat. So you guys, I just want to reiterate that trolls won't be tolerated. We've had some poor kid in his parents' basement all day trolling, coming in with multiple different names. So when you see me hide somebody, it's the same guy. We're here to hang out and fish and have a good time. We're not here to be entertainment for some little kid with no life in his parents' basement. Who thinks that trolling on the internet is, something fun to do. Nick, no, we do not have pike here. Why did I lose service all of a sudden? There is no pike here. I don't know if there's pike anywhere up in Northern California or not. As far as I know, there may be one or two places up towards the Sierras that have them, but I'm not 100% sure. I just know that in Southern California, we don't. Pike and walleye are not a fish that we have here, which is why they're on my bucket list. It's because I don't have a fishery here that I can go target them. So I have to travel to go catch those. So, you know, Tony, it's hilarious that you are so obsessed with this channel that you keep coming back on multiple different accounts when you get blocked. That just tells everybody here of your mental state, man. Maybe it's time that you go seek some mental help, dude, because there's just something wrong with your brain power, dude. You're just proving to everybody that you're a freaking miserable human being in your own. Doesn't bother me that you keep showing up with different accounts, dude. You're helping me out by, you know, YouTube sees that as, you know, every account you pop in with, they see that as a new account watching the live stream. So it kind of helps me in a way, but, you know, your little childish antics here is not what people come to these streams for, whether mine or any others. So why don't you just either keep on keeping on, or maybe it's nap time. Maybe your mom should go make you your peanut butter sandwich and cut the crust off and cut it in little fours for you, and then maybe you need to take your nap for the day, bud. See, you think that you're funny, and you think that I'm getting mad at you, which I'm not mad at you. I'm actually grateful that I have somebody who is so obsessed with my channel that every time they get blocked, they come back with a new freaking screen name. That's actually kind of cool. So, you know. It just proves to everybody that you know, all the comments that you're making about, you know, how many accounts you have, dude, just proves that you need to get a life, bro. Maybe make some friends or something. I don't know, man. Hey, Mile, what's going on? Mile, you're here, dude. I'm glad you're here. You're getting a wrench, bud. And let's see. Let me kick this dude out again on this channel. On that. So Mile, I don't know if you've heard or not, but we have a stalker in the channel now. That Tony Baloney guy has apparently no life and multiple different YouTube names, and he just keeps coming in, freaking trolling and all that. So he'll be right back, Jeffrey. He'll be right back. I blocked that one channel, or that one name of his, and what he's going to do now is he's going to go over and switch over to another one and come in and make some more stupid comments about how he thinks I'm mad that he keeps trolling. I'm not mad at all. He's helping he's helping the algorithm. What I don't want is people coming in here and being douchebags, because people are not here to deal with, you know, childish antics. People come into these live streams, not only mine, but all of them, to hang out, have a good conversation with some people, and watch some fishing. So, you know, the funny thing is the guy keeps saying, oh, I'm sitting in my giant shop at work and I'm on the clock. Well, odds are he's sitting in his mom's basement while she's out turning tricks so that she can maybe buy him some peanut butter to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for him tonight. Right, exactly, Mile. What kind of people, you know, have that kind of time in life? What kind of people have that much of a low freaking self-esteem and low morals that they want to come into a channel and troll, dude. The fact that he keeps coming back. See, here he is again, Mile. This crazy British faggot. The fact that he keeps coming in just proves that the guy has no freaking life, which I think is hilarious because all he's doing is just coming in with new names and helping out the algorithm. So go ahead and ignore him, you guys. Drama YouTube, you're getting a wrench. You've been here a long time. You've always been a cool dude. Never caused any problems. You're always positive on all the chats I see you. But yeah, Jeffrey, you're exactly right. I don't get it either. How people find pleasure in that. It really just proves to everybody that sees you doing this that you have no life. Like, this guy's got multiple pages. And he keeps coming in, but it's all good. It's all good. Grey Wolf, the bass. Hey, welcome in, Grey Wolf. The bass was, it was a dink. It was maybe 3/4 of a pound at best, but he was a bass, so I will count him on the catch count here. Nothing like the normal bass we catch out of this pond. The tilapia were just not wanting to come out and play, so I switched over to the cat setup, and I saw a bass chasing bait over here in the corner, so I threw a really like odd colored Senko that I got. It came with a little fishing kit that I got that I was supposed to do some reviews and testing of. So I threw this really odd looking, like, they call it chartreuse, but it's like a banana yellow and white speckled, like the top banana yellow, kind of like, I don't know, I guess you could almost call it chartreuse, but it's a banana yellow chartreuse with a white belly. I threw that over, and on the second cast, that little bass just hammered it. So we'll count him. Right now we got a bait soaking for the cat, and we'll see if I just got the low battery warning on my phone. I've got, looks like 14%. So we've got just a few minutes here to check the catfish off of the list and see if we can at least get 3 out of the 4 here. And I think what I'll do is, once I leave here, I'm going to go home and eat some food. And then charge up the phone, and I'll come back over for the evening bite, probably fish into the night, and see if we can get that tilapia. But the tilapia here really seem to the tilapia here really seem to be extremely shy. So we'll see. Bro, the fact that you keep coming in with different names and saying, oh, I'll prove it, I'll prove it, I'll prove it, just makes you look like a fucking idiot, bro. All you're doing, dude, is A, you're helping my channel, which I appreciate, by coming in with different names. YouTube sees all of the different names that come in, and that goes into their algorithms. But at the same point in time, bro, your little childish antics are making you look like the total freaking idiot loser that your parents raised. I'm sorry, probably parent. I'm sure that as soon as your dad found out that your mom was pregnant, he probably freaking bailed out, which would explain the whole situation. But I just think it's hilarious that you were so fucking obsessed that you keep coming back. Like, dude, it proves to everybody watching you do this that your life is about as meaningful as the dog shit on the bottom of a shoe, and you think it's funny. Now, I think it's funny as well because you're just proving who you really are. So anyway, guys, sorry about that little rant. I think it's hilarious that I have a stalker now on here. Kind of makes it even funnier. So, whatever. This dude is just like, bro, is it not hilarious, Mile? Like, I guess fucking, I guess I'm so interesting now that people want to stalk me and freaking try to troll my channel, dude. It's fucking hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Like, I'm kind of flattered, to tell you the truth. Going up fast. Where am I at, Mile? Did you tell me what the count is, please? I can't look at it while I'm on the live. And I have a feeling that 918? Okay. It's not going as fast as I wanted it to, but it's going. But I have a feeling my I'm not going to catch it when something's going to happen. I'm going to be on a fish or something, and it's going to give me that, like, 5% warning, and I'll miss it, and the phone will die, and the stream will buffer and buffer and buffer. So if that happens, actually, let me check my battery right now. That's at like 10%. So in Europe, you only have bass. In Italy, really bad fishing. Yeah, but you guys have some other really cool fish over there. You guys have the Wells cats over there in Europe. And from what I understand, those things get freaking monstrous. So I'd love to get one of those Wells catfish, only because we don't have, tilapia, walleye, pike, muskie, Wells catfish. Those are all on my bucket list because of the fact that we don't have them. So if we had them, then I'd be targeting them. The wife and I right now are in a competition, and it only counts. It's an oddball competition. Otherwise, I'd just blow her out of the water on the competition. We're in competition to see who can catch the most fish between the two of us, from April to April. And whoever catches the most fish picks our next vacation. So, I mean, we take 4 a year anyway, but we always make one of them like the big one. You know what I mean? So, whoever catches the most fish between 420 and 420 picks our next big vacation destination. And I'm really hoping that I win. Right now, she's up on me by 2. But if I win, it's going to be a full-on fishing trip to where I can go catch pike, walleye, and muskie. So she's been at her job for a very, very long time, and she has 6 weeks of annual vacation a year, but she's also able to bank sick time and PTO time, as well as work overtime 4 extra hours into the vacation bank. So it ends up to where if she does it right, she ends up with basically 3 weeks or 3 months of vacation every year. So it's kind of a nice little gig. And then they're thinking about going to a new schedule as of January, to where basically if she took off 2 days, it would give her a 9-day like mini vacation. So man, this freaking little kid troll is still here, trying to make me think it's on him, but it's like such a fucking idiot. So guys, it looks like we may only get the bluegill and the bass on this challenge here. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go home and have some food, and, charge the phone back up and come back over for the evening bite, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm sure the evening bite will pick up pretty well. The one thing I've noticed here about the tilapia is that they hang out with the bluegill, and the bluegill, they don't care about seeing you. They actually come over and want to check you out. The tilapia are super skittish. The minute they see a shadow, they're boom. Well, looks like the battery died. The Jeep to plug it in and charge it a little bit. So I'm gonna cut this short, guys. Well, not short, it's been a few hours. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna eat some food, I'm gonna charge the battery up, do a couple things around the house. I'm gonna make a couple phone calls to a couple people I know in very, very, very high places. A couple very, very specialized computer guys. And we're gonna find the troll and we're gonna out him. He says he has a VPN, but to these guys, that doesn't matter. So, guys, we'll be back in a little while. Like I said, I'm gonna go charge it up, eat some food, do a couple things around the house, and I'm gonna come back for the evening bite. So, thanks to everybody that was watching. Thanks for all 72 of you hit the like button, and we will see you guys back here for the evening bite in a little while.